Hi guys, we're gonna learn about hotkeys in Ltspice. I'm gonna walk you through some commonly used hotkeys in Ltspice so that you can do things much more faster and easier. Okay, first to create a resistor, you have to click the R button so that the resistor comes up, and to get a inductor or something, you have to press the L button. Okay, to rotate the element, you have to press the Control R so that it rotates. Place it anywhere, and to create a capacitor, you have to just click C button. C button brings up a capacitor. Control R for rotating it. Keep it there somewhere. And to create wires between them, use F3. To create a voltage source, press V. Okay, V for an voltage source. Then connecting wires between them. Okay. The main advantage of this is that you can just take the wires, go through these elements and make wires. Okay, now a circuit is set. To add a ground, press G. We have to add a wire to this. Okay, now the circuit is set. For commenting or texting, you can use the T. This makes it pop up a window. You can add text here like hotkeys or kind of like transient analysis, and keep it somewhere. Okay, then you can right click on this for adding source value, and right clicking on each element pops up a window for you to change its current value or something. I'm not gonna show it here. I guess earlier videos had those. Now to add a net name to it, you can just press the F4 switch. F4 F4 pops up a window. Now we can just type output and place it somewhere. We want to measure this output from here. We're gonna need to add wire to it. Okay, add function F3. Function F3 brings a wire. Okay, output. Now to delete a component, either press F5 or delete in your keyboard. Yeah, you can delete this wire by just pressing on it. Yeah, the wire is gone. Okay, then you can drag a component by pressing the F8 switch. F8. Wait, this brings up a hand that gives up something. Okay, yeah, you can drag it. Okay, next F9 to undo. F9 to undo. Now I'm gonna add a value to this inductor like 10. Okay, 10. Then I'm gonna need, if you're gonna need more than 3 inductors having the same value, you can use the duplicate function, that is f6. You can use f6 and create the same inductor, an inductor with the same value. Now f7 to move, f7 to move. Okay, I want to move this output somewhere. Yeah, I can move this now. And okay, if you want to add a diode, press D. D brings up a diode. To rotate it, press Ctrl R. It's going to rotate. Add it somewhere, wherever you like. Add wires, resistors as you need by using R, C, L. And if you want to zoom in to this thing, like zoom in, scroll up, zoom in, and scroll down for zoom down. Okay, now I'm gonna show some shortcuts for simulating a circuit. Okay, I'm gonna remove this unwanted diode here. I don't wanna interrupt anything. Okay, I'm gonna remove it. Then just removing an inductor and adding some wire. Okay, to simulate, press Ctrl R. Now you can run it using this run button. You can perform any analysis on this. Yeah, that's pretty much that. Okay, you can also change these shortkeys in this control panel. There is a drafting options. Go to drafting options and there is a hotkeys button. Press on that. Just go on schematic. For schematics, yeah, you can see all of this in the space. You can edit this, undo to something, backspace or something, or like I'm not gonna change it, but if you like it, you can change it. Okay. Okay, that's all for hotkeys. Thank you. In this session, we are gonna do a transient analysis of an simple RC circuit. In this session, first we are gonna draw a schematic using Ltspice. Then we are gonna run the simulations and then view the results as a graph. Okay. First, start Ltspice, and then to start a new schematic, you can just press this new schematic button or just press Ctrl M. We're gonna do a simple RC circuit in this session. So first, for a resistor, click R. Then to rotate it, click Ctrl R. Okay. Then we need a capacitor for this. We're gonna click C. We got a capacitor. We're gonna place it here. Now we need a voltage source. For a voltage source, press V. A voltage source comes up. Now we're gonna ground this up. Then for that, press G. Now we need to wire this. That's F3. wire this. Okay, we completed wiring this. Now we can change the values of these resistors and capacitors to other values we want. Right click on the resistor. We're gonna make it 1 kilo ohm, and for the capacitor we're gonna make it 1 micro farad. Okay, then press enter. We're gonna give it a pulse signal for this circuit. We're gonna go to advanced. Advanced. You are not gonna need to take care of this right hand side of this window. Just focus on this buttons. We're gonna need a pulse generator having an initial value of 0 volts to it's gonna rise up to 1 volts in time delay of 0. I'm gonna give a T rise finite rise time like 1 nano and fall time like 1 nano. I'm gonna give this 1 seconds and time period like I'm gonna give, we need a unit step signal, right? I'm gonna give a 2-second period. Okay, now we have to do this in the transient state analysis. So we go to the edit, go to spice analysis, and you can see transient, AC, DC sweep, noise, and all these options. We choose transient on this. We need to stop the simulation at some particular time, right? So we are gonna choose 5 milliseconds for this. 5 milli. M stands for milli in Ltspice. You can see this dot tran 5m here. Okay, you can place it anywhere, place it somewhere. It would be much useful and nice if we can put some labels over here, right? Like V out, we are gonna take this output and input. Okay, for that we can put this label net or just press F4. This pops up a window, then press V out. I'm gonna name it V out. Place it over here and function F4. Another window pops up. I named it as V in. Place it over here. For the wires, F3. I'm gonna wire it up. Okay, I'm gonna wire it up to this node. Okay, we're gonna take this as the V out and this as the V in. Now as the circuit is over, we're gonna run it using this running man signal. Run. As the simulation is over, a graph view appears. We can zoom in using scroll button. As soon as I bring my cursor down to this node, you can see this becomes a little probe. Click on the V in node. You can see a nice green graph over here. This is a step signal. It's ranging from 0 to 5 milliseconds. We are giving this input from 0 to 5 milliseconds. Our stop simulation time 5 milliseconds. Then we are gonna click on this node V out. This gives a blue graph here, blue curve over here. This is our V out. You can see the time constant of this 1 kilo and 1 kilo and 1 microfarad capacitor is 1 milliseconds. If you're gonna need to check on the values, just left click on this value and drag this line over to the point where you want the value to be calculated. You can see that at this 1 millisecond, approximately 1 millisecond, you can see a 63% increase. That is, in one time constant there is an increase in 1 millisecond. You can change the scales by right clicking on this scale bar, and you can change it to 2 volts if you want to see clearly, or you can zoom into these values like clicking and dragging it. You can zoom into it and you can get an accurate value. Yeah, no need, I guess. This was a simple example of how to do transient analysis in Ltspice, and thank you guys.